Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday is a thought-provoking and insightful exploration of the perils of egotism in personal and professional life. The author draws upon a diverse range of historical and contemporary figures, from politicians and business leaders to artists and athletes, to illustrate the destructive consequences of unchecked ego and the transformative power of humility. Throughout the book, Holiday emphasizes the importance of cultivating a growth mindset and embracing a non-attachment to success and failure in order to achieve true greatness. The book begins by defining ego as the false sense of self-importance that leads individuals to believe they are entitled to special treatment, immune from criticism, and above the rules that govern others. This distorted view of reality can lead to a host of negative outcomes, including arrogance, hubris, and a failure to learn from one's mistakes. In contrast, humility is defined as an accurate understanding of one's strengths and weaknesses, coupled with a willingness to learn and grow. Holiday argues that ego is particularly insidious because it can masquerade as virtues such as confidence, ambition, and self-esteem. He contends that these qualities can be healthy when they are balanced by humility and self-awareness, but when they tip into egotism, they become toxic. For example, an ambitious entrepreneur who is also humble and willing to learn from failure is more likely to succeed than one who is overconfident and resistant to feedback. One of the key themes of the book is the idea that ego is the enemy of growth. When we allow our egos to dominate our thinking, we become resistant to change and new ideas. This is because our ego tells us that we already know everything we need to know or that our way is the best way. In contrast, humility allows us to approach situations with an open mind, willing to learn from others and adapt our strategies accordingly. Holiday supports this argument with numerous examples from history and contemporary life. For instance, he discusses how Steve Jobs' ego led him to be ousted from Apple in the late 1980s, only to return a decade later with a renewed focus on innovation and collaboration. Similarly, he examines the downfall of Enron executives who were so consumed by their own egos that they engaged in unethical behavior and ultimately destroyed their company. Another key theme of the book is the importance of non-attachment to success and failure. Holiday argues that when we become overly attached to outcomes, whether positive or negative, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. Instead, he advocates for cultivating a growth mindset in which we focus on the process of learning and improvement, rather than the end result. This allows us to maintain our motivation and resilience in the face of setbacks, as well as to appreciate the value of failure as a learning opportunity. To illustrate this point, Holiday draws upon the example of legendary boxer Mike Tyson, who rose to fame as a teenager only to lose his title and dominance in the ring due to his ego and lack of discipline. In contrast, Holiday compares Tyson favorably to Evander Holyfield, another boxer who experienced similar levels of early success, but maintained his focus on continuous improvement and learning from his mistakes. As a result, Holyfield was able to enjoy a longer and more successful career than Tyson. The book also discusses the role of ego in interpersonal relationships, arguing that it can lead to conflict, misunderstandings, and a failure to connect with others. Holiday encourages readers to cultivate empathy and self-awareness in order to overcome these challenges. He provides examples of individuals who have achieved greatness not through their own egoistic pursuits, but through their ability to collaborate and inspire others, such as Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela. Finally, the book offers practical advice for overcoming egotism and cultivating humility in one's personal and professional life. This includes developing a daily routine of reflection and self-examination, surrounding oneself with honest critics and mentors, and embracing the value of service and giving back to others. By following these principles, Holiday suggests that individuals can not only achieve greater success, but also lead more fulfilling and meaningful lives. In conclusion, Ego is the Enemy is a powerful and thought-provoking exploration of the dangers of egotism and the transformative power of humility. Through compelling examples and practical advice, Ryan Holiday challenges readers to examine their own egos and cultivate a growth mindset that values learning, adaptation, and collaboration over self-importance and entitlement. By doing so, they can not only achieve greater success but also lead more fulfilling and meaningful lives.